So I got a question for you guys. As we know, when we're little, we all have dreams, right?
Yes.
But as you grow older, a lot of people stop chasing them. They don't end up, following the dream. So why do most people give up on their dreams? Can you guys answer that? Yeah. You with your hand up right here? Do you have your hand up?
Because they don't think they can do it.
Yeah.
They give up.
True.
They end up taking a long time.
True. Right. A lot of people give up on their dreams because of fear of failure, or because people talk you out of it, or because people simply don't believe in you. And even worse, if you hear it so much, what happens is you stop believing in yourself. And I think when that happens, it's really dangerous, because when you stop believing in yourself, I think that's the end game. And there's nowhere to go after that. So always make sure you guys believe in yourself. Be brave and chase your dreams. Another thing is, you guys mention your dreams. I love that you guys have your goals, but always know this: your dream, whatever it is, that's your dream, that's your responsibility. So don't let anybody talk you out of it. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your friend. That's your dream, that's not their dream. So make sure you chase it, because it's up to you. They're not going to work for you. It's up to you to work for that. There's always going to be critics, right? Like, I remember even in high school, like my avid teacher, I still remember, he's like, oh, you dream too big. Because I would be like, hey, I want to be like a football player. I want to do this and this. And people tell you what you can and can't do. And I think that's a big problem in this world. I'm sure you guys have experienced that so far. But let me tell you guys this: there has never been a statue erected for a critic. So pay no attention to them and just focus on what you want to do and what you want to become. One of my favorite, I think, influential people of all time is Muhammad Ali. You guys know who he is?
Yes.
Arguably like the greatest of all time, right? But here's the thing about dreams and stuff. It's crazy. You don't need anybody to believe in you. If you believe in you, it's crazy how much you can accomplish. The mind is probably the most powerful thing in the universe. One thing I love about Muhammad Ali, one of his quotes was, "I said I was the greatest before I even knew I was." And that's an attitude I carry with me every day. Even if I'm nervous to go speak, or if I'm nervous to go do a project that I'm not sure how I'm going to do, or if I'm going to enter a competition, I always feel like I'm the best. Am I the best? No, not by any means. But that simple mentality would make me feel like it, and then when you feel like it, you act like it, and then you will become the best. I think it's inevitable. I think when you say something, it makes you better. I remember at 17 News, like when I first got hired, like I didn't know nothing about news, so I knew I had to push myself, right? And so what I did, and this is a true story, I went and sat down in my boss's office, because people had told him like, oh, don't hire this kid, like he doesn't know what he's doing, right? And so I had to push myself. So I remember, I think it was the first week, I went in his office and I said, Mike, I'm going to be the best decision you ever made. And then I walked out. And surely enough, I grew in that industry. I got better simply because I said that, so that it made me set a standard that now I have to get better. There's no excuse. I have to back up what I said. So whatever you guys want to do, neurosurgeon, photographers, act like you're the best and you will become the best. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. A lot of times when life gets hard, we just kind of settle. We settle for mediocrity. And once you settle, you get trapped, you get imprisoned in that, and you will never make it out. So make sure, no matter what happens in life, because life is going to knock you down. Life is hard. I don't know if you guys have learned that yet. And nothing's going to hit you harder than life. But it's all about how you respond to it. 97% is how you respond to it, and 3% is what happens to you. So always make sure you have a good attitude and stay focused on your dreams. Don't be scared to chase it, because other people gave up on their dreams. Like I said, your dream is your dream, so it's up to you to make it a reality. It's good to have dreams, but the best way to make them come true is to wake up. So that means wake up and work for it. If you keep dreaming, that's all it'll ever be, a dream. So me, like, I hardly sleep because I'm always working. No matter, I don't see myself as successful by any means. I, in my mind, have accomplished nothing. And that's what makes me better. A lot of us know people, or we think, we're popular in high school, so you feel like the world owes you something, or you're entitled to something. Well, reality check, you're not. Whatever you want, you must work for it. The world doesn't owe you anything, and anything worth having will not come easy. In order to get something that you've always wanted or that you've never gotten, you have to do something you've never done. So just always keep that in mind. Anything worth having will not come easy. Don't be a follower. I encourage you guys to stand in the world that bows. I encourage you guys to be leaders amongst followers and to carry yourself to a certain standard so that you stay focused on your dreams and you make sure you achieve them. Never stop believing, never be satisfied, never settle for mediocrity. I think those things will definitely lead you down the wrong road in life. So make sure you stay away from that. And now I have another question for you guys, and I hope you guys never forget this. So, can any of you guys tell me what the richest place in the planet is?
New York?
New York, okay. Dubai? It's a nice place. I saw it in Fast and the Furious. The richest place on the planet is the graveyard. Why? Because in the graveyard you will find books never written, potential never realized, and dreams that were never chased. So yeah.
That makes me want to go.
Dang it, I've heard that before too.
Time runs out for everybody. It's a quote by Les Brown. You know, life's too short to have regrets. Whatever your dream is, chase it, because time runs out for all of us. So the one thing you don't want to do is be in your deathbed or die realizing that you've never lived and you've never chased your dreams. I'm telling you guys to chase your dreams, and that inspires me to chase mine, because who am I to tell you to chase your dreams if I'm not going to chase mine? No matter how good you get, Mark Tennis is a teacher, he's a veteran teacher, admin loves him, right? But he's always getting better. So no matter how good, always remind yourself that there's always more. Never stop being a student, because once you think you know everything, that's the moment you stop getting better, and then you will never get better. And another thing, don't let your successes get to your head, and don't let your failures get to your heart. There's a few athletes here, and as we know, sports is very competitive. It's hard to go to college, it's hard to go pro. And that's where there's like a lot of critics, right? Like people make a living off being a sports critic. You know, if you guys watch them, you know, Stephen A. Smith, what's the other guy? I forgot, Skip Bayless, right? Let me tell you guys something. Whether you're doing baseball, football, or track, whatever it is, the critics, they will measure your height, they will measure your weight, but they will never measure your heart. And that's where it all comes from. So always make sure, you know, if you got a good heart, that's where it all comes from, the heart and the mind, and you guys will be gold. So just keep pushing. It's really simple, and you hear it all the time, never give up. That's just it, no matter what life throws at you, because once you give up, it's game over. So I always keep in my head, always just never give up no matter what happens, and you'll be all right. So whatever life does to you, just get up, look up, get up, and don't ever give up.